Welcome, it's October 25th, and we got some news and updates on Modern Warfare 2 and the CDL, so let's get right into it. So we have another roster that is fully complete with Sub on the Atlanta Faze, and Nicky D has now joined the Atlanta Faze, ending their streak of being fearful of him coming into matches against them. We saw Nicky D play against the Faze with Surge, as he was the Surge's sub last year, and he wasn't able to beat him that game, unfortunately. But yeah, they made this whole little video talking about how they're just scared of Nicky D, and that they've now officially brought him on, which was kind of funny. Goodbye their marketing team there. And then if we go to, we continue to see Modern Warfare 2 have these awesome marketing tactics. They've brought on so many famous people to do videos, and they hired the band to make that song for them. But now we've got, they got this, I don't know where this is at, but they recreated the Piccadilly map, that bottom apartment, and this is kind of sick. It kind of reminds me of the House of the Dragon little banner that they made in Times Square with the dragon look 3D. So, and through this, we also see Piccadilly will be returning to Modern Warfare 2. Let's hope that it's not in competitive, as that would just be a train wreck, I believe. I hate that map, and I think most people agree with me on that as well. So, as anyone in the COD community knows, skill-based matchmaking has been an issue for many people. I think the majority of people who actually speak on Call of Duty tend to be the higher-tiered players, and so they're the people with the voices, and the higher-tiered players obviously don't like skill-based matchmaking because it makes every single match feel like a sweat fest. And, I'm sure the lower-tier players probably don't mind it, so they're not being dominated every game. So I think it's important to look at the facts and look at everyone involved in skill-based matchmaking. Not that I'm saying, I'm in the camp of I miss not having skill-based matchmaking. It's fun to have matches where you're going against little babies with braces, and then playing against the toned out freaks like Tim Tatman. Just kidding. But so yeah, and now we're already seeing some of the effects of skill-based matchmaking in the game, as here Tim the Tatman shared in one of his streams that there's a very low chance that he'll stream Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Now, he's not really a Call of Duty streamer. He tends to only stream Warzone, so it's not that big of a hit because he, from what I've seen, I've never seen him play multiplayer. The last time I saw him play multiplayer was probably in the Vanguard beta and the release of Vanguard, probably for one day, and then he went back to Warzone. So it's not a huge thing, but we just do see some of the effects of skill-based matchmaking where, I'm sure Tim does play it offline, off the stream, but probably not too much, but I'm sure he plays it off the stream a little bit. But now we're seeing that he's not even going to stream the game. There's a low chance of him streaming the game. So it's just another detriment to Call of Duty not listening to its community. Again, the effects of it, I'm not sure if it really affects too much. I'm sure those bottom 50% of the players who play the game, I'm sure they're fine with it. So we'll see. Next up, so now let's get into kind of competitive and what we're going to see in multiplayer and competitive. So in terms of game mechanics and what they've added. So here we got the COD Killstreaks from Call of Duty News. And so what I saw in the beta, I did not know this from reading up on articles and stuff, but there's actually a little tick that you can choose between kill streaks and score streaks. Personally, I don't think that's a good idea. It's interesting. So 6 kills, precision airstrike, cruise missile, and mortar strike. So this is the part that I do care about. So the which one of these will be the 6 kill streak for competitive? I'm not sure if they change it for games, because in Vanguard we had it was kind of like a cruise missile. Maybe it was called the cruise missile. It was 7 kills, and 6 kills was the airstrike. And I'm interested to know, what kill streaks will have in competitive, as I've not seen that yet. But we will, keep our eyes open on that. And then lastly, we've got in the latest Modern Warfare 2 blog from CDL Intel, great Twitter to follow. So this just came out, and we're still 4 days away. So we all know that, if you don't know, right before Vanguard came out, from the beta, they did not have Ninja perk and people complained about it. And then like around a week before Vanguard came out, they came out with a tweet that said, okay, Ninja, they explained Ninja, and basically like, it's back in the game. So everyone was excited. But here in this latest blog, we're freaking 2 days away from the game releasing the 27th at around 9 p.m. Pacific time. And in this blog, Dead Silence is still a full upgrade, which really sucks. I mean, there is no mention of Ninja, but we can safely assume that there will not be a Ninja, and Dead Silence will be your main tactic of silence in the game. So bringing us back to Modern Warfare 2019 and how that affected Call of Duty competitively, which sucks. And that's all I have to say is it sucks. I mean, the campiness that we're going to experience in Call of Duty competitive is going to be an all-time high, just as it was in Modern Warfare 2019. And, worrying about Dead Silence to be your mode of transportation in Search and Destroy, I think is really going to be a hindrance on the fun of the game. It's going to feel much more like CS:GO and Valorant, which is not what Call of Duty like to watch and play. We like speed, aggression, and excitement, and not having Ninja just makes the excitement go down. I think Hardpoint and Control, as Control is the official third game mode, we're going to see. I don't think it's going to affect that one as much as we saw in competitive. It wasn't as affected, and like even in Call of Duties, we still have camping. You just have to camp the rotations, so it's not going to affect too much, and I think those will be enjoyable. But I think Search and Destroy will be an all-time high rat fest, and it'll be crappy to play, even crappier to play than to watch. Watching will be fine. I think it'll be the worst Search and Destroy to watch, but I think it'll be even worse to play for you ranked folks who like to play ranked. So and then we also got Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and Control will be playable at launch. Capture the Flag will not. I think we heard some rumors that Capture the Flag was going to come out at the beginning, and it was like in the works to be maybe the third game mode, but that's not looking like the case. That was looking like lies or false information. And then there's also no mention of League ranked play. That's still not an announcement, which I am shocked. I thought around this time we would get an announcement for League ranked play, like when it would come out. I have a really hard time believing that the League will start and they'll start playing matches before League and ranked play comes out for the multiplayer aspect of COD. But this is what we have to go off of, and there's no mention yet. I'm maybe around week 2 of the game coming out, because I'm pretty sure they only got a month and a half. About a month, a little bit less than a month and a half for competitive to come out. And when a announcement comes out, like a more official announcement of competitive, making some kind of hype video, I'm sure they'll mention league play in that. So maybe a couple weeks out, 3 weeks out of the game's release, we will see some of that information. So that's it for this day. Thanks for listening and watching. Bless you, and let's have fun out there in those COD matches.